media server.
So this as a media server would, you know, would be a great complement
to stream. What's the client?
So at the HP, this is a media smart server.
This is the media category from HP, and evolution of the home now starting to look more like maybe a business, in which you have a lot of computers, a lot of content, and we need something that can manage and control all of that information and start to control all these computers. So instead of just being a NAS device which comes in and provides storage to this network of systems, this is really something that's planning to help not just bring protected storage to the game, but also turn back around and manage all those computers. So for example, when you install a small piece of software on every client in the network, it will automatically back up all those clients on a regular basis. You can configure that if you want, but it will automatically do that so that you could do a client restore. If the client just crashed, you could put in a client restore CD and get that client right back up to its last backup. You can actually hold multiple backups so that you have the capability of going back and looking at the version of what that client looked like on a given date time.
For example, a client is a Windows computer.
The client in this case would be a Windows computer, a Windows desktop, or in this case our clients we're demoing are this media PC client, so a desktop computer or a laptop computer.
Running Windows XP or Vista.
Vista or Windows XP.
Yeah.
So the first thing you get is you get management of all these clients in your home. It's easier than you have today. You also
you mean manage is like restoring if it crashes or something?
Exactly, like automatic backup and restore.
Backup, restore.
But you can also imagine as a footprint that this could start to become more management. It could start to help manage user accounts on all this. It can help start manage, you know, more and more management, just like you can do from a business end. You know, what's the equivalent of a home version of a domain controller? You know, what does that mean? What kind of services do we want to have running in our home now?
Right.
Starting off, one of the other things it does is it will create a set of shares, a set of folders so you can export, and gives you the granularity at the folder level of deciding whether you want them duplicated. In other words, mirrored. So data going into the enable duplication folders are mirrored across the two drives. So you have single drive failure for any of that data.
Right. So for duplicating you need at least 2 drives, of course.
To duplicate you have to start with 2 drives.
All right. And you put SATA drives in there?
SATA drives.
Yeah.
They're hot swap or hot added.
Right. And USB also?
It also has 4 USBs. So with today's technology, you can potentially hang 8 terabytes off of this. The other thing that it does is start to become a platform onto which we can build services and applications, because it is a real platform, whereas most NAS boxes have only as much computing power and firmware to simply support their function. This is a true operating system with true capabilities and storage, so that, for example, HP can put applications on here as the product matures.
Like encoding video or something like that? Streaming video?
Yeah, you could think of doing video encoding, you could think of doing photo applications, photo sharing applications.
Resizing some pictures.
You could do, you know, these are all just things you can think of.
Which you cannot do with a normal NAS, with a cheaper, I guess, NAS.
Exactly, because it doesn't have the computing power, and it doesn't have the application platform base. That biggest problem here is that the NAS only is expected to do what it's supposed to do. This is a server like any Windows server. The hardware platform and the services it provides are different. I mean, you can continue to add more and more services as you need them. Now, this is a brand new operating system, a brand new product, and a brand new product category. So going out the gate, we don't have, you know, a laundry list of things that it does outside of what we've shown, but it starts to become this extensible platform. Between the power of HP and Microsoft, we're going to bring application providers to start to do applications for us that make sense for a home.
So for now, it's just maximum 4 drives inside. Could it be a bigger tower with more drives? people want that.
Where drives keep getting more dense.
Yeah, I mean, you're on that curve of, you know, drives expanding.
And it's a gigabit LAN.
It's gigabit Ethernet.
Gigabit LAN.
So
All right.
what used to stop you from using this for a business application? It's just a regular local server. It's essentially